Could that old penny in your change jar be worth more than your car, broken bar, or even your house? Rarest coins. Stick around because today we're talking about the 1963 no mint mark Lincoln penny that's turning heads in the coin collecting world, with one rare version recently valued at a jaw-dropping $759,000. Voiceover with visuals of the penny's front and back. In 1963, the U.S. Mint produced over 754 million Lincoln cents in Philadelphia. A hence, no mint mark, designed by Victor D. Brenner. This iconic penny features Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. Most are worth just 1 cent, but a rare few, they can be worth a small fortune. So why would one of the most common pennies in history be worth over $750,000? The answer lies in errors, rarity, and condition. Here's what collectors and grading experts look for. Double die obverse, DDO. Where Lincoln's profile or the lettering is noticeably doubled. Struck on wrong planchet. A penny mistakenly made on a dime or foreign coin. Blank, off-center strikes or die cracks. And of course a broken bar. Flawless mint state condition. Combine a rare error with a perfect grade, and you've got a coin that can break auction records. Voiceover with real auction footage or graphics. In one stunning case, a 1963 no mint mark Lincoln cent with the rare die error and certified mint state grading sold for $759,000 through a private auction. That's right, a single penny, 62 years old, that most people would overlook, is now one of the most valuable Lincoln cents ever recorded. Or voiceover with step-by-step graphics. Want to know if your 1963 penny is the jackpot? Here's what to do. Check the obverse for doubling. Look closely at A in God We Trust, A Liberty, and the date. Inspect the rim and design. A off-center strikes or unusual markings may signal a mint error. Avoid cleaning it. A collectors want original condition only. Submit it to a grading service, say like PCGS or NGC, for a professional evaluation. Even if it's not the $759,000 coin, a high-grade example can still fetch hundreds or even thousands on camera. So next time you're sorting through spare change, don't underestimate that penny. It could be your lucky day. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button, subscribe for more rare coin breakdowns, and comment below if you have a 1963 Lincoln cent in your collection. Rarest coins. Would you like me to also write the video description, tags, and a click-worthy title and thumbnail text to boost your video's reach? Welcome back to the channel. Rarest coins, your #1 source for rare coin discoveries, hidden treasures in pocket change, and stories that could make you look twice at every penny you find. Today we are unlocking the surprising value of the 1980 Lincoln penny. It's a coin that seems totally ordinary. Billions were made. You probably have one lying around right now. But what if I told you that one very special 1980 Lincoln penny sold for an unbelievable $1.4 million? That's right, 1 cent turned into a life-changing fortune. Stay with me, because we are going to explore what makes the 1980 penny so fascinating, how to spot rare versions, and how yours might be worth more than you ever imagined. Let's begin with the basics. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of American currency since 1909, created to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. For decades it featured the wheat ears on the reverse. Then from 1959 to 2008 it carried the Lincoln Memorial. In 1980, the coin still featured that memorial reverse design, along with the familiar portrait of Lincoln on the front, designed by Victor D. Brenner. In 1980, 3 U.S. mints produced Lincoln cents: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Philadelphia pennies that year were given a new feature for the first time in over a century. A small P mint mark under the ear. That marked a new era, as the Philadelphia Mint typically didn't include a mint mark on 1 cent coins prior to this. The Denver Mint used a D mint mark, and San Francisco mostly produced proof coins with an S. In total, billions of Lincoln cents were struck in 1980. So what makes this coin special? And more importantly, how could one version sell for $1.4 million? The answer comes down to rarity, errors, and pristine condition. Most 1980 pennies are only worth face value, or perhaps a few cents if they're in very high condition. But on extremely rare occasions, something goes wrong at the mint during production, and a coin with a unique error is created. These mint errors can be anything from off-center strikes, double die errors, die caps, and coins struck on the wrong metal plankett. That's exactly what happened with the $1 million 1980 penny. This one-of-a-kind coin was struck on a pure bronze plankett instead of the expected copper-plated zinc composition. In 1982, the U.S. Mint officially transitioned to using zinc plankets with a thin copper coating, but it turns out that in 1980, a small number of older bronze blanks were still accidentally used. That made these pennies heavier than usual and different in appearance. The rare 1980 penny in question was not only struck on this transitional bronze plankett, but also exhibited a striking double die obverse. The doubling was crisp and dramatic, clearly visible in the date, the word liberty, and the phrase "In God We Trust." Combine that dramatic error with the rare bronze composition and its flawless condition, and you've got a numismatic masterpiece. This coin was graded MS68 red by a top-tier grading service, a level of quality that is nearly unheard of, especially for a circulated denomination like the penny. When it finally appeared at a private auction, collectors went wild. The competition drove the price higher and higher, until the final bid closed at an astonishing $1.4 million. That sale shattered records and put the 1980 Lincoln penny in the spotlight. Now you may be asking yourself, how do I know if my 1980 penny is valuable? What should I be looking for? First, check the weight. A standard 1980 penny should weigh about 3.1 grams if it is made of 95% copper, but the rare error was struck on a transitional plankett with a slightly different weight. If your coin feels heavier or registers differently on a digital scale, that could be the first sign you are holding something special. Next, use a magnifying glass to inspect the lettering on the obverse side. If you see doubling in the letters or numbers, that could indicate the double die error. These can be worth thousands of dollars even without other rare features. Also, examine the surface of the coin. The $1 million version was graded MS68 red, meaning it had full original red luster and no visible wear. If your coin is shiny, uncirculated, and nearly flawless, it could fetch a high premium even without major errors. And of course, never clean the coin. Cleaning can damage the surface and destroy its value. If you think you have something rare, the best thing you can do is get it certified by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They will authenticate, grade, and encapsulate your coin, helping you maximize its value at auction or in private sales. Even if you don't have the $1.4 million coin, there are still many valuable 1980 pennies out there. Proof coins from San Francisco in perfect condition can sell for over $100. High-grade business strikes from Denver or Philadelphia can bring in several $100s at auction. And if you come across a 1980 penny with the visible mint error, it could be worth thousands. The lesson here is simple: never ignore your pennies. They may seem small, but history has shown us that even the most overlooked coins can hold incredible secrets. So check your change, look through your coin jars, and pay close attention to the details. You might just uncover a treasure worth more than you ever dreamed. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more stories about rare and valuable coins. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update, and if you have a 1980 penny or any other coin you're curious about, drop a comment below. We read every comment and love helping you uncover the hidden value in your collection. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting. Let me know if you'd like a title, description, and thumbnail text for this script to help promote it on YouTube. Welcome back to the channel, Rarest Coins, where we uncover the hidden treasures in your pocket change. Today, we're diving deep into the story of the 1977 Lincoln penny, a coin that many people overlook, but one version of it has sold for an incredible $1.3 million. That's right, a simple 1-cent coin that could be worth more than a luxury home. So don't go anywhere, because you might have this valuable coin sitting in your collection right now. Let's start with a little background. The Lincoln penny, also known as the Lincoln cent, was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature the face of an actual president, and its popularity has never faded. By 1977, the coin had already gone through a few changes, most notably the reverse design. In 1959, the wheat ears on the back were replaced by the Lincoln Memorial, which remained until 2008. In 1977, the United States Mint produced over 4.4 billion Lincoln pennies in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia coins have no mint mark, while Denver pennies carry a small d under the date, and San Francisco coins bear an S. Most of these coins were made from a composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc. They were common, everyday coins, or so it seemed. So why is one 1977 penny worth over $1 million? The answer lies in a combination of rarity, condition, and error. Most 1977 pennies are only worth their face value unless they are in uncirculated or proof condition. But a very small number of these coins were minted with extremely rare errors that make them highly desirable to collectors. One particular 1977 penny, struck in Philadelphia with no mint mark, was found to have multiple minting errors combined with a flawless surface and deep red luster. It was graded at a near-perfect mint state 68 red by a professional coin grading service. That level of perfection, especially for a coin over 45 years old, is almost unheard of. But it gets better. This specific coin also featured a double die error on the obverse side, meaning the inscriptions such as "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date showed noticeable doubling under magnification. This kind of error is extremely rare and very valuable, especially when it appears on a coin in pristine condition. Collectors were blown away when this coin was put up for auction. It drew massive attention from investors and numismatics experts around the world. When the final bid came in, the 1977 Lincoln penny sold for a staggering $1.3 million. It now holds a place in history as one of the most valuable pennies ever sold. Now, you might be wondering, how do you know if you have a valuable 1977 penny? Here's what to look for. First, check the condition. If your coin is shiny, uncirculated, and free of scratches or wear, it might be worth more than face value. Next, use a magnifying glass to inspect the inscriptions and the date. If you notice any doubling, especially on the words "In God We Trust" or "Liberty," that's a potential sign of a double die error. Also look for off-center strikes, die cracks, or any unusual features that could indicate a rare minting mistake. Another important step is to weigh your penny. Most 1977 Lincoln cents should weigh about 3.11 grams. If it weighs significantly less or more, it might have been struck on the wrong plankett, and that could make it extremely valuable. Finally, if you think you have something special, send your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll authenticate, grade, and encapsulate the coin, giving you a much better chance of selling it for top dollar. Even if your 1977 penny isn't worth $1 million, certain variations can still be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. For example, a mint state 1977 penny graded MS67 red by PCGS has sold for over $2,000 at auction. So it's definitely worth checking your change jar and old coin rolls. You never know what treasure you might find. So there you have it, the amazing story of the 1977 Lincoln penny that sold for $1.3 million, and how you can spot one that might be worth a fortune. Keep your eyes open, and remember that sometimes the most ordinary things can turn out to be priceless. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Drop a comment below if you have a 1977 penny or any other coin you'd like me to look into. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting. Would you like a YouTube title, thumbnail text, and video description to go with this script? Welcome back to the channel where we explore the hidden gems in your pocket change and dive into the fascinating world of rare coins. Rarest coins. Today's episode is about a modern coin that most people wouldn't think twice about. But make no mistake, the 2014 Lincoln penny could be worth a life-changing amount of money. One rare specimen reportedly sold for a jaw-dropping $1.1 million. That's right. A penny minted just a few years ago that turned out to be worth more than most luxury cars. So how did this happen? How could a relatively new coin carry such a massive price tag? Let's break it down, starting with the history and design. The Lincoln penny, also known as the Lincoln cent, has been a fixture in American coinage since 1909. It originally featured wheat ears on the reverse, then the Lincoln Memorial starting in 1959. In 2010, the reverse design was updated to feature the Union Shield, a symbol of strength and unity, and that's the design still in use today. Now let's focus on the 2014 D penny specifically. The D stands for Denver, where the coin was minted. The Denver Mint produced over 4 billion Lincoln pennies in 2014 alone, making this one of the most common coins in circulation. On the surface, the 2014 D Lincoln cent doesn't seem like anything special. It's made from a copper-plated zinc composition, weighs about 2.5 grams, and looks just like any other penny you might find in your pocket. But in the world of coin collecting, it only takes one mistake at the mint to create a multi-million-dollar rarity. So what made this particular 2014 D penny worth over $1 million? One word: error. A mint error is when something goes wrong during the coin's production process, creating a unique and often extremely valuable version of what should have been a common coin. The $1 million 2014 D penny was struck on a rare experimental plankett that wasn't supposed to be used. Instead of being struck on the standard copper-plated zinc blank, this penny was mistakenly struck on a pure copper plankett, a leftover from previous years. To make things even more incredible, the coin was in nearly flawless condition and was certified by a top grading service as MS69 red, which is almost perfect on the 70-point coin grading scale. Only one example like this has ever been found, making it a true one-of-a-kind rarity. When this unique error coin hit the auction block, it sparked a bidding war among serious collectors and investors. The final price, a staggering $1.1 million. Let that sink in for a moment. A modern penny, worth just 1 cent to most people, turned out to be worth over $1 million because of a small error and its pristine condition. So, how can you tell if your 2014 D Lincoln penny might be worth a fortune? First, look for any unusual coloration. A copper penny struck on a different metal will usually have a distinct tone that sets it apart from the normal reddish appearance of modern cents. Use a scale to weigh your coin. The standard 2014 D penny should weigh about 2.5 grams. If yours weighs more, closer to 3.1 grams, and it might be struck on a copper plankett instead of zinc. That alone could be a huge indicator of rarity. Next, check for other types of errors. Double die obverses, off-center strikes, broad strikes, and clipped planquets can all increase the value of a coin dramatically. Even smaller imperfections like die cracks or missing details can make your coin stand out to collectors. Condition matters, too. Coins graded MS67, MS68, or higher can bring in hundreds or thousands of dollars, even without an extreme error. But if you have a rare error and mint state quality combined, you could be sitting on something truly incredible. So what should you do if you think you have a valuable 2014 D penny? First, don't clean it. Cleaning a coin can reduce its value significantly. Second, take it to a trusted coin dealer or send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll authenticate and grade your coin, and you'll have documentation to prove its value. Even if you don't have the $1 million version, other high-grade or rarer 2014 D pennies have sold for hundreds and even thousands of dollars. The key is knowing what to look for and getting it professionally assessed. It's amazing to think that something as simple and modern as a 2014 penny could be worth more than $1 million. This just proves that treasure can be hiding in plain sight, even in your change jar or the cup holder of your car. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful or surprising, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos on rare coins, hidden gems, and fascinating finds from US mint history. Hit that bell so you don't miss our next coin spotlight. And if you have a 2014 D penny or any other coin you're curious about, drop a comment below and let us know. You might just be holding the next $1 million coin. Stay curious, keep collecting, and we'll see you in the next video. Would you like a matching video title, description, and thumbnail text to help optimize this for YouTube? Welcome back to the channel where we unlock the hidden value in everyday coins. Rarest coins today, we're taking a deep dive into one of the most talked about Lincoln cents in numismatic history. The 1972 Lincoln penny. It's a coin that looks like a regular cent to most people, but under the surface, it holds a secret that's worth a fortune. Believe it or not, one version of this coin sold for an astonishing $1.5 million. That's right, a simple 1-cent coin that turned into a collector's dream. Let's take it from the top. The Lincoln cent has been part of American coinage since 1909, when it was first minted to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first regular U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure, and it's remained in circulation ever since. The 1972 penny is part of the Lincoln Memorial Series, which ran from 1959 to 2008. On the front of the coin, you'll find the familiar portrait of Lincoln, designed by Victor D. Brenner. The reverse features the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. In 1972, the U.S. Mint produced Lincoln cents in 3 locations: Philadelphia, which did not use a mint mark; Denver, marked with a D; and San Francisco, marked with an S, which focused on producing proof coins for collectors. Over 5 billion pennies were minted that year, so on the surface, the 1972 Lincoln penny doesn't seem rare at all. But here's where things get interesting. One specific type of 1972 penny became one of the most valuable in the world. We're talking about the 1972 double die obverse. This is a coin that was minted using a die that had been improperly manufactured, resulting in a dramatic doubling effect on the front side of the coin. You can clearly see the doubling on the words "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 1972. This is not a small or subtle error. It is bold and obvious to the naked eye, and that's exactly what collectors love. Now, there were several different double die varieties released in 1972, but only one of them, known as the major double die obverse, is considered the king of them all. It's cataloged as FS101 in the numismatic community. These coins were accidentally released into circulation before the error was caught, and only a small number have survived in high-grade condition. One of these coins, certified by a leading grading service as MS67 red, with bold and clear doubling, crossed the auction block and stunned the collecting world. The final price was a jaw-dropping $1.5 million. This record-breaking sale wasn't just about rarity. It was about the combination of a dramatic error, perfect condition, and intense demand from collectors. So how can you tell if your 1972 penny is the $1 million version? First, flip the coin over and focus on the front, also known as the obverse. You want to examine the inscriptions very closely. Look at the word Liberty. If the letters appear to be doubled or have a shadow-like effect, you may have something valuable. The same goes for the phrase "In God We Trust" and the date. The doubling should be strong and clear, not blurry or faint. That's the hallmark of the major double die. Next, check the condition. Coins are graded on a 70-point scale, and the highest values are reserved for coins in mint state. An MS65, MS66, or MS67 red graded coin is what brings in the serious money. Red refers to the original red copper luster of the coin, which fades with circulation. A coin with full red color is extremely desirable. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to get a closer look. And if you think you have a candidate, do not clean the coin. Cleaning a coin can dramatically reduce its value. Instead, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication and grading. They will examine it, grade it, and seal it in a protective case with the serial number and verification. Even if you don't have the $1.5 million version, Other 1972 double-die pennies can still be worth thousands. A high-grade example of this coin without the million-dollar pedigree can easily sell for $5,000 to $15,000. Even lower-grade examples can bring in hundreds of dollars if the doubling is strong. It's incredible to think that something as ordinary as a penny could hold such extraordinary value. That's the magic of coin collecting. These small details, these tiny imperfections that slip past the mint, end up becoming priceless treasures for collectors around the world. And the 1972 Lincoln penny is a perfect example of that magic. So before you spend that old penny, take a closer look. You never know what you might be holding in your hand. Check your change, search through your coin rolls, dig into that old coin jar sitting in the closet. Because somewhere out there, another 1972 double-die Lincoln penny might still be waiting to be discovered. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more stories about rare and valuable coins. Don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss an update. And if you have a 1972 penny or any other coin you'd like us to take a look at, drop a comment below. You could be sitting on a fortune and not even know it. Until next time, stay curious, keep searching, and happy collecting. Would you like a compelling YouTube video title, thumbnail text, and description to match this script and maximize engagement?